Hey guys, this is Blue Shift, and I'll be playing a game today called Vintage Story. A little bit about this game is based off of a Minecraft mod and eventually a Minecraft mod pack that I ended up playing a long while ago. And I think it's really enjoyable, and let's go check it out. I'm going standard settings. Changing the world height to 320 blocks. Game mode is survival, and I have turned off class exclusive recipes. Everything else is default. And here we are. Time to create my world. Okay, folks, so here I am, the character creator. I'm going to go through this fairly quickly because not going to have a lot of time before nightfall. You know what? This seems fine. Okay, here's my character made. Now, for classes. Classes have certain traits, and these are permanent. You cannot change these once you've started your character. This is why I turned off class exclusive recipes, because it means that I'd be unable to craft things like a recurve bow. Not the only bow in the game, mind you, but it is the best one. So I'm just going to choose a common or no positive or negative traits. And here we are in the world. Bottom left bar is health, bottom right is hunger, and the middle bar, let's see here, that is temporal stability. Bad things happen when that gets low. This is my crafting grid. Note that I have no inventory slots except for what's in my hotbar since I have no bags. I will need to make some to carry anything that I need. And I will need to do it quickly before night. So my first steps on getting started are to gather sticks and stones to make tools with. First tool I'm going to be making is a knife, which you can do by shift right clicking on a placed stone with another one in your hand. Then you go to select your recipe, and you hold left click over the little voxels to remove them, and you chip out a nice knife blade shape here. Once you have the knife blade, you need to combine it with a handle, which can either be a stick or a bone, but I haven't killed anything, so a stick it will be. Now that I have a knife, the other important tool I need for night 1 is going to be an axe, and possibly a shovel. You'll see why in a bit. That stone I just picked up right here is flint. Flint is special because it is significantly more durable than other stones that you can nap. And in some cases it does more damage. Now that I have my knife and I found some cattails, I'm going to harvest these cattails are important because they can be used to create handbags and baskets to carry extra items. And you will see that storage will probably always be a concern throughout this playthrough. And if I leave the bottoms of these cattail roots here, after cutting them instead of breaking them, they will grow back and I can harvest them again later. So now that I have a couple of reeds, or cattails, I can place them in the crafting grid like in Minecraft. Unlike in Minecraft, though, the quantities of objects that you place in the crafting grid matters. For instance, you can't just make the normal U-shape, you have to make it with 2 to create a handbasket. Meaning that instead of taking 5, it takes 10. This basket just gave me 3 more inventory slots, and I can repeat this process 3 more times to get 3 more bags. There are better ones later, thank goodness, but those will require an investment of resources, which I do not currently have. One thing that is handy is that the game will show these tooltips when you are hovering over things on how to interact with them, and that makes the game much easier for new players to learn. If you wish to download the game, I'll post a link in the description. I think it costs like 20 bucks. Something like that. It's not too bad though. Okay, I need 8 more. Once I have these, I'll start preparing for the night. Because night is dangerous. Yeah, game froze up a little there. Not to worry though. I will be needing as much flint as I can get because it is, as I said earlier, much tougher than this andesite. Okay, I now have all of my bags made, and I have some extra space. What I want to do to prepare for the night now is I need to gather dry grass. Because in this game, to get a bed, you won't be gathering wool at first. What you will want to gather, though, is grass to make a hay bed. In this game, there are different tiers of beds, and each one lets you skip progressively more of the night. This plant right here is flax. Flax is important because it is used to make, amongst other things, string and cloth, and it will be your primary source of that. In fact, it's so important that I'm going to go into my map here, and I am going to bookmark it. Harvest some currants here to eat. A nice little pond. Relatively few trees here compared to other places. I don't think that bothers me too much. Abundance of food. The only thing I'm really not seeing is nearby clay. I'll keep looking around. I thought I saw something over here. I could be mistaken though. Lots of pretty lupine flowers. Okay. What I thought I saw was some ruins, and that would be nice because it would give me some stable blocks to build on. But I don't think that there actually were any now that I look around. I'm going to head this way towards where there are more trees. And then I think I will set up shop. This right here is spelt. It's another one of the grains that you can farm. And more flax. This is mature flax. The flowers are blue, but this is what it looks like when it's done. Flax I cannot stress enough the importance of flax. Because its fibers are used in everything, and you need a lot of them. 4 fibers turns into twine, 4 twine turns into 1 cloth, making it 16 fibers to 1 cloth, which can be problematic, especially when that plant only yielded 2. More food. I'm not seeing any clay though. Clay doesn't spawn like it does in Minecraft here, where it spawns at the bottom of rivers or lakes. And these are death caps. As the name implies, eating them will kill you dead. I think with all this time I've wasted, I need to just suck it up and start on building my base. One difference here that you may have seen compared to Minecraft is that I can do things with my inventory open. It just takes up a lot of my field of view. There's a beautiful little valley. The sun is setting though, and this right here is bad news. This is a temporal rift. Getting close to these, or standing in them, lowers your stability, which can cause you to hallucinate all sorts of bad things. Except you're not hallucinating them and they're real, you're just, I think you're partially shifted between 2 realities, if that makes sense. I haven't read a whole lot of the lore. But That's what I understand anyways. This rye isn't done yet, so I have no food there. This will be good food. The reason I stress the importance of clay now, for those who don't know, is... Oh, there's a cave. Clay is important for making everything you require in this game. At least if you want to go very far. Clay is useful for making cooking pots to make better food. It can be used to make crucibles for smelting metal. And it is a requirement to make cobblestone. You don't get it when you just break stones. They turn into rocks. And there's... The AI in this game is really nice. You saw that there, that fox is chasing a rabbit across the field. All the animals will interact with each other. Though the interaction that you don't want is a wolf or especially a bear trying to eat you. Lots of reeds, a large body of water, food, horsetail, which can be used to make medicine, rye, which will be done later, which can be made into flour and bread, wine caps, which are edible. This looks like a good spot to settle down. Hovering over this dead hare, though, it says partially eaten by another creature. I may have to be careful of wolves. And there's nice dark stone there for building. I think it might be slate or andesite, I'm not sure. Either way, it's about time that I figure out how to make a bed. So with 8 grass in this pattern, you can create 1 block of hay. Hay can be used as a building block, it can be used to feed animals, or 3 of them can be turned into a hay bed, which lets you sleep for 7 hours. Now, I'm going to make a little hidey hole for myself to spend the night in. It is imperative that I do not get caught out in the dark. Monsters will begin to spawn. These monsters are called drifters, and while not strong if you're geared up, a group of them is very not fun to deal with. I'm actually going to dig out a couple more blocks because this space is very small and I do not want my fire pit to be lighting my bed aflame. Plus, I can place my bed with my feet facing the entrance, which is always nice. Some dirt here, so I can probably patch this up a little bit. Nothing fancy looking, but it'll keep me safe. At least a little bit. Oh dear, I am running very close to the limit for time. I'm going to quickly craft an axe, because I need firewood. Otherwise, I will not be able to see. The nights get pitch black. Alright, I'm gonna chop this nice pine tree down. To chop a tree, all you need to do is start breaking the bottom block, and it will break all of them using durability on your axe for, I believe, each block of wood on the tree. Don't quote me on that, I may do it for the leaves too. Alright, tree felled, 7 pine logs, that's a start. To make firewood, you put logs in the crafting table, well, in your crafting menu, and put an axe over it. It's 28 firewood, that's enough to start a campfire. I'm going to grab more just in case, though. Who knows how long I'll be stranded. And I just hit the jackpot. This is native copper. Native copper is copper that you'll find on the surface. Native copper is important for the starting of metal tools because you can't mine metal ore without a metal pickaxe, which can be a problem. Where do you get the metal to start with? You have to start with a pickaxe made of pure copper. Pure copper, not particularly strong. You'll later have to upgrade to tin. There's multiple varieties of bronze that you make with tin. And those are much more durable, it lasts longer, you can build different things with it. And then from there you move on to iron. Okay, I'm going to plant this tree behind my house, and since it is getting dark, I'm going to start a fire here on the steps, so nothing will go to get me. To start my fire, shift right click on the grass to start a fire pit, and shift right click to add logs to the fire pit. I think you need 4 to start it, but you need more to keep it going. Oh shoot, I need one more thing before I head in. I need as much dry grass as I can get. I nearly forgot a couple of things. Namely, how I'm going to start the fire. Alright, my knife broke, so that's all the grass I can get without making a new one. To craft a fire starter, you put dry grass in the corner and sticks next to it. Get a fire starter with 20 durability. Next thing I will be making is an upgrade to the fire starter. 2 dry grass and 1 stick, and you make an extinguished torch. Putting extinguished torches in the campfire, or lighting them with a fire starter, which takes a long time. Well, Usually it takes a long time. That was really fast. It'll light those torches for you. Torches light fires much faster and don't really run out of durability. Torches aren't the best light source though, because they'll need to be replaced after a few days. This right here to your left is your offhand slot. You can place several types of tools and shields, but not every item in your offhand. Torches are one that work in there, and like if you were playing Minecraft with Optifine, holding a torch lights up the area around you. Alright. Another fun feature of this game is you can create piles of objects that you own. And it makes a nice way of storing things. If you hear that sound, the creepy noise going on, that means that I'm probably fairly close to a temporal rift, which isn't good, but now that I'm here, I can't really do much about it. You'll notice that my stability is draining. I'm at 63%. I'll be able to survive the night, though, I think. And the button to show your cursor is you just hold down Alt. Now, I'm going to block this off, because I do not want the monsters getting to me. G is to sit, and this will let you place things on the ground easier, or you can just use an elevated surface. First thing I'm going to do is craft another knife. Knives can be used as weapons in a pinch. Primarily, though, they're a tool. So I have a knife blade. I can hear things in the water. Those are probably drifters. It's obnoxious. The next thing I will make is a spear. Drifters don't burn in the daylight, but they usually try to run away if possible. If cornered in the daylight, however, they will try to stand and fight, which is undesirable, but you have to be prepared for if it happens. Drifters have two main attacks. They're fairly slow, and the surface drifters, the weakest ones that I'll probably be facing, are 1 block tall. They can climb up blocks, they cannot open doors, they can punch, and they can throw rocks. And they have some pretty significant knockback. Hitting C brings up your environment, your character, and your stats. These are my clothes. They make me warm. These are traits. If I were some other class, I would have positive or negative traits, but commoners have none. This here on the left is nutrition. The higher my nutrition values in all of these different scores, the more maximum hit points I get, starting at a base of 15. If you die, that startled me. If you die, you're reset to half hunger and your nutrition is reset. This is my satiety, or my hunger, walk speed, healing effectiveness, hunger rate, ranged accuracy and charge speed, and body temperature. That noise, I think it's coming from over here, is a drifter. They're mostly harmless, at least at this stage of the game. So don't mind him. Also gonna eat some veggies to keep this nutrition up. What are we doing on stability? Pretty low. Now that I have my spear and my knife, it's time to go to bed. You can sleep when monsters are nearby. They will attack you if you are in bed and they can reach you, though. Sleeping does not time skip today. It sleeps for 7 hours. That's important. Because if you go to sleep too early, you'll wake up and it will still be pitch black out. I think it will still be dark out if I look. Okay, it's getting there. That arm you just saw clip through there is definitely a drifter that has path found its way over to me. A few hits from a spear and I'll be good as dead. I'll let my fire pit burn down first, though. I prefer not to fight it in such an enclosed space. But I mean, what can you do? Place a torch on the wall. Scratch that. That's an awful idea. Right next to my firewood and my hay bed, I might set something on fire. I'll place the torch right here. Break my fire pit. Wish I had more sticks so I can make another spear, but this is all I have. Spears have higher attack range than swords, but do less base damage. They do a lot of damage in a burst when thrown. Axes, comparatively to them, do, well, much less damage, less than half. They swing slower, have less range. They're just good for mining things. The knife does more damage, swings faster. It has no modifier to its range, though, so it's really short. Well, time to give them what for, I suppose. I survived night 1. Unless they left. It seems that they fled in the sunlight. Lucky for me, I suppose. There's a fox there, I think. Might hunt that for food. But mostly I want clay. Alright, I've survived my first night and I've gone over the basics of the game. I'm going to call the first episode here, and I'll see you again the next time I play. Probably same time next week. This has been Blue Shift. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. It helps my channel a lot, and I would really like to turn this into a career.